Welcome back. Let's continue our investigation. I'm going to start by going down to this shop while I'm around.
What's taking Tenderfoot so long? But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2, perhaps the stability could be increased by as much as 3-fold.
Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit more petite than the last of your kind I encountered, aren't you? Yes, by nearly 20 centimeters of tibia, as my memory serves. No matter. Even if it couldn't spare its heartiest specimen, I'm sure the Order sent the individual with the next highest probability of success. Huh? Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps I can jog your memory. It was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her unslakable thirst. A simple pinch of Atropa belladonna in her morning tea. I who discovered that aging itself can be halted by a single application of Cicuta Douglasii on the tongue. Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice Evelyn to make quite a name for herself around Sicile of late. Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to making difficult medical decisions. I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best, after all. Yes. If that's how we're referring to the secretive use of a revolutionary healing method she refuses to share with her own master. She's in the other room as we speak. Perhaps you can prevail upon her to offer a demonstration. She's gotten hold of a stone, supposedly capable of fantastic feats of healing, but she won't let me take the briefest look at it. But she claims to have gotten the relic from a little northern town, Silverglen by name, and that an abbot there blessed it with the power to heal. Utter rubbish, I say. But with these blasted undead haunting the travel routes, I can hardly march up to Silverglen to learn the truth myself. Certainly, what would you like to know? The counsellor. Terrible loss, that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, I knew him to be a devoted civil servant.
Neither of you cares for
From
me.
what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy turned violent. The affairs of his wife, Esmeralda, were hardly a secret, you know.
A mysterious healing stone.
So,
Interesting
which of you is more
indeed.
deserving of life?
Nothing sets me on edge like inexplicable magic.
Tone, soothing a corpse's tongue. Can't have gotten far.
Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are barging in here? Out, I say, right this instant. I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing! But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and 2 direly wounded men who need it. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation, but perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing life and death than I. What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away. Quite the venerable staple of Sicile, Stephen, and recently blessed with his 3rd grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement, no less. Nearly everyone in Sicile is familiar with grinning Stephen, and as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family. You are? Ah, I thank you a million times for your help. Who have you decided should receive the healing stone?
A tone soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
I'm gonna choose the younger guy.
There's no way Boris should receive that stone over Stephen. Think of Stephen's wife, his children, his grandchildren. Imagine the joy on his wife's face, his children's faces when Stephen returns to them. Isn't that a scene you'd like to see?
So long.
Yeah, I'm not falling for her scissor game this time.
Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
No, we'll do as I say.
Boris it is? Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man. My heart breaks for the other.
Thank
No,
the seven.
no, this is highly This lightning.
I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. I'm feeling stronger already. 1,000 thanks to you. What will I do? What won't I do? Seeing how short life can be, how easily it can be taken from you. I'll see it all. Do it all. And after I've climbed every mountain in Rivellon and smooched every girl who'll have me, I'll devote myself to learning the magic that saved me. Everyone deserves to feel the thrill of a renewed life. I'll see you around then. I'm liable to spring out of this bed at any minute.
Can't say I didn't want to live. Wanted it with every fiber of my heart. Not just for my own sake, but for my family, you know. Oh, my Matilda. What'll my sweet Matilda do? Enjoy what remains of your life, will you? Never know when it'll be snatched out from under you.
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful.
Thank you eternally for your help. Though your reaction to the healing stone, I have no idea what to make of it. That strange reaction you caused, blue lightning from a healing stone, I've never seen anything like it. And the stone looks different now, too, like it's devoid of life. I begin to wonder if its magical properties survived your little reaction.
Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us.
Sheep's cheese.
We're getting pretty close to another level. Okay, we're finally going to make it back to the crime scene. Don't know why this keeps flashing. That is pretty annoying. Does it want us to go back to the end of time? Okay, so the inert stone in here looks just like the one that the apprentice used.
Looking good.
We'll take these paintings as evidence. Got 1 point in lockpicking, maybe we can get in this chest. I don't remember if chests can be trapped in this game. Hopefully not.
Much rhymes with murder.
And so we meet yet another adulterous harpy. No doubt she's guilty as sin.
Okay, we'll see if he has anything to say about this letter we found from him.
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you. Which one? I've written, Esmeralda, more works of lyrical mastery than I can count. All that letter proves is my devotion to my lady, not any actual intention to do away with Jake.
The likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
Alright, let's use the teleporter pyramid now and find its twin.
Gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Reason's been working for us so far, so I'm gonna continue on that path. Okay. She definitely has this beat on Reason, so she only has to win 2 rounds. We gotta win 3 for this to work. NPCs always start with scissors. I'm gonna fall for it. Go rock.
A magical pyramid, eh? Frivolous and lecherous magic, more like. Leave my house, afore the divines punish you for your aberrant ways.
Oops, better get that up first.
Out! Now, if you please!
Fortune!
This room is private.
Let's see what Jahan has to say.
Interesting devices, these pygmies among pyramids. They may be small of stature, but their potential is gigantic. Deceivingly clever. It is a trait all demonic machinations share. Yes, demonic. So very obvious to the trained eye. These apparatuses have been forged among the voids of the outer realms, where the light of stars does not reach. You do well to treat them with the utmost care. Perhaps it would even be for the best if you sling them into the reaches of infinity that surround the shelter plane. Better safe than sorry. It is an uncommonly trite thing to say, but it applies to all things demon-dreamt and devised. Whether you agree with me or not, always remember this, hunters, always, that when demons are in play, you are the hunted, and that it takes stupendous cunning and strength to escape their snares. The very moment you are certain you have them in your grip, that is the moment their traps spring, and it is their grip that shatters your soul. Dueling with demons is like playing chess against an opponent with queens for pawns. They sit and grin while your pieces slip in the sweaty fear that drops from your beleaguered brow.
Maybe if we had a bucket, we could use it with that. With the well. Okay, now that we have the pyramids, I think we can get some of those chests that were inaccessible before. One of them should be around here, I think. Yeah, right there. So we'll run down here and try to get this chest. Once again, I'm really glad in this game you can just click all the way across town and watch your character run.
Seven grant abundance.
Now this
So,
is
if
valuable.
I'm not mistaken, the pyramid teleports everyone who's chained to the character that uses it. And there's one more chest we can get with it, I believe, down by the docks. There's a chest somewhere down here that was roped off. It's right there. And we also need to go down to the ship to talk to Conrad about the staff of Perga something.
Took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride. No, he drove it straight to the pub and back. Don't forget the time you got caught in a love nose. That's why we never sailed the Yellow already.
Seven grant abundance. Lucky find.
Okay, I'm gonna give one to each of my main characters now so they can, if I ever want to, I can split them up and just teleport them back to each other. Haven't quite leveled yet. Let's see, I found some dye. I'll keep dye and quest items in this bag. So let's see, we have 4 items to identify now. Okay, so we have a better bow to use. I gave these to my main character because they have Lucky Charm on them, and I'm already opening everything on him, so that should help me occasionally get some better loot.
Speaking of youthful, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
I don't have anyone using one-handed melee weapons, so that's vendor trash in my party. And a helmet, 11 armor, initiative, and health.
And don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council, boy.
Is that why we never sailed the Yusuf already?
Yeah, I'll put that on my warrior. I mean, he's my strongest character, so I think the initiative's gonna play the biggest benefit on him. We'll see if Jahan, I think that's how he said his name, needs any of this gear.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a joyride? Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
That's why we never sailed the Yusuf already.
Speaking of youthful jaw, that loopy legionnaire thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Alright, let's go talk to Conrad and see what he knows about the staff that was went missing from his shipment.
Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicile? Aye, that Cecil's worse than a rooster, crowing all around town about matters he ought to know are better kept quiet. Well, if you know about the staff, I suppose you also know it's gone without a trace.
About the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a joyride. Knowing him,
For my part, I haven't a clue where it could have gone. Overboard, stolen, or vanished into thin air. Though I'm quite eager to see her return, I've got a reputation to uphold, you know. Wouldn't hurt to ask some of my men. I tried myself, but sailors tend to be a bit tight-lipped when they're afraid of getting one another in some trouble. Seaman's code, you know. Not to rat out a fellow sailor.
Federal's carriage for a joyride.
Shores? Here? In Sicile? Bah! Of all the cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one. To the Lizard Council's wife. Staff of what now? No, never heard of it, much less seen it. Check with one of the others, maybe. Oh, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Yes? I've work to do, so please be brief.
Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't
We can
forget
try
the
turning
time
this
he got
into wood
caught
chips.
passing a love note to
Is
the
that
Lizard
Bertie
Council's
still
wife.
right?
Is that why
Yes,
we never
sir.
sailed the
As
Yusuf
fine a
anymore?
specimen as one of her stock, sir. Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
Sailor, what news from the main?
Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back. Sauce? Here, it's seal. Now you mention it, I noticed Dietmar, a fellow merchant travelling with us, carrying a sealed box off the ship during the attack. At the time, I figured he was just escaping with his personal effects. But it could well have been that staff you're talking about. Well, sure, I saw him slip off the ship, but I haven't a clue where it could possibly be now. Captain Conrad's the man to ask for such matters.
Heard anything about the whereabouts of the magic stick yet? What? That weasel has it for sure. But I'll tell you this. I didn't speak of that stuff to a soul on board. If he's the one who took it, he must have known it was on the ship before stepping foot on her decks. I'm sure he'll make a run for it, probably by boat. I'd look for him on an outer-side beach somewhere. He's probably there now, trying to launch a vessel in private. If he hasn't already escaped, that is.
Alright. We got a level up out of that.
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities.
Is that why we never sailed the Ythel
I always forget who I'm talking for when I'm interacting between my own characters.
That loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
There's no experience to be won from pestering me with vapid flattery.
Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Okay, let's level up then. Let's see. We got a new talent this level, along with our skills or abilities.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards
Sailor,
of my
what
loving
news from
nature.
the mainland?
Oh, nothing new, sir. Zombies, skeletons, you know the story.
Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and
I
back.
think I'll save her ability point until I have 2 so I can get something like crossbow up to level 2. But for talents,
Is that why we never sailed the Ythel Gore anymore?
I'm not sure what I want, so I'm gonna have to look through these for a moment.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a joyride?
Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Yes, sir. As fine a specimen as one of her stock, sir. At the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sailed the Ythel Gore anymore?
This one could be useful.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a joyride?
Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sailed the Ythel Gore anymore?
Speaking
Sailor,
of
what
youthful
news from the
gore,
mainland?
That loopy
Oh,
legionnaire
nothing
really
new,
thinks
sir.
that orchid charm
Zombies,
loves him.
skeletons,
I
you know
wouldn't
the
let an orc
story.
within 500 yards of my loving nature.
That may be useful, I'm not sure. Melee doesn't want to attack her though, so might not even be necessary to walk away from them.
He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sailed the Ythel Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
When I was talking about escapist, I actually was thinking of this one. Yeah, this one might be useful.
Knowing him, he drove it straight
I
to the
think
pub and
I
back.
might get that later, but I think I'm going to get
One of her stock, sir.
Light Stepper. Gives me +2 perception bonus for detecting traps and secrets. She'll probably end up with the highest perception in the party, so this sounds pretty good.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Okay, so he gets 2 ability points since he's the lone wolf, so put something up to level 2, I'm not sure what.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves
I'm
him.
gonna have a crit heavy party since I'm going for crossbows on her and two-handed weapons on him.
Oh, nothing new, sir.
They both have a similar
You know the story.
bonuses from their abilities, where you get increased crit and crit multi.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Gonna go ahead and level up
Speaking of
Man at
youthful
Arms.
gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the
That'll allow me to learn some adept skills at some when I come across some.
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Is that Bertie still right, Pete?
Yes, sir. As fine a specimen as one of her stock, sir. Charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
This one, I remember mentioning that one during character creation. I might pick that.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught.
So that'd be 7 armor.
Lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why
What
we
is
never
her?
sail to Yuthel
Already have
Gore
57. That's probably not a big deal.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky
Sailor,
charm
what
loves
news
him.
from the mainland?
I wouldn't let an
Oh,
orc within
nothing
500
new,
yards
sir.
of my loving nature.
Zombies, skeletons, you know the story. Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
So that'd be 6% extra health.
Oh, and don't
Wow, my
forget the time
vitality
he
is
got
349. I
caught
thought it was
passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
that increases
Is that why we
fast.
never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
120. I thought it was just like 170 last level, or 180.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy
So
legionnaire
6%.
really thinks that orky
That'd
charm
be about
loves
20
him.
vitality.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
I don't know if that's that great.
Ever heard about the time the captain
Pet
took
Pal
the Duchess of
might be
Federal's
useful
carriage
on
for
one
the joyride?
character.
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Is that Bertie
Oh,
still
and
right?
don't forget
I think I'm gonna have to
the
pick this up at
yes,
some
sir.
point.
As fine a specimen as one of her stock, sir.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards.
Holy
of
would
my
also
loving
be good.
nature.
Ever heard about the time the captain
I'm just kinda
took the Duchess of
glancing.
Federal's carriage for the joyride?
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the lizard councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful
Opportunist gives you
gore,
ability to
that
perform
loopy
attacks of
legionnaire
opportunity.
really thinks that orky charm
I think
loves
that's
him.
probably the best one for the time being. Yeah, getting a free two-hand attack on people,
Sailor, what news from
that's
the
pretty
mainland?
good, and it will deter people from leaving his
Zombies, skeletons,
um,
you know the story.
attack, area.
Forget the time he got caught
So
passing a love note to the lizard councillor's
make it harder for them to go after my mage.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature. No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Sergeant Curtius, proud protector of this house of Legion goods. This is a storing house for Legion supplies, perhaps the most important building in the realm, by my and others' estimation. And I, Sergeant Curtius, have been trusted to guard it. Curtius is my name. The Legion is my calling.
Looks like a magic lock on that door.
Well, a source hunter. About time the council took us seriously. Maybe you can start with the two idiots hiding their pet orc here.
From our faces.
Come now, enough doom and gloom.
Ah, who better than a proven orc crusher to convince my dumbbell of a friend here that orcs are predators, not pets?
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed. Anyone can see that she's completely docile, but my prejudiced friend here still wants to kill her. My friend here and I were patrolling outside the city walls, when who did I see creeping along the shore but this lovely orcish lady? For a brief second, as long as eternity, we locked eyes. Perhaps confused by the butterflies in her stomach, she sprang up and began running, claws bared towards Marius. Fortunately for him, I had the presence of mind to ignore my sword and instead adroitly fling my pouch of trinkets towards her. A vial of love potion shattered over her head, and when she turned to face me, she became instantly enamored. I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the Orcish army under some kind of duress. A lady with such a sweetly savage manner would never willingly join up with those vicious marauders.
Ha! I can assure you there wasn't a hint of sweetness in those murderous eyes when she lunged at my throat. She may be confined here for now, but who's telling when she'll escape and who she'll rip to shreds?
I've always had an amateur interest in all things alchemical. When I read in an esteemed periodical from the Wizards of Youthful Gore about an amazing opportunity that could change my life, I had to act fast or lose the once-in-a-lifetime deal. I sent away for the world-famous love potion, available for a limited time only, and it has worked exactly as promised.
You see what a fool my friend has been, spending all his cash on snake oil and bringing a temporarily tranquilized monster into our midst to boot.
What kind of monster would lie in a published advertisement? I'm sure the effects of the potion will be everlasting, as printed.
You see, he'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet. Please tell me you can reason with him, or ditch reason and use your sword to shave him from his murderous darling.
What's the point in causing more pain in this beleaguered city? Question her and see what comes of it. Don't you want to see whether or not this experiment proves successful? A real working love potion. Think of the possibilities.
So I'm not sure if... Okay, so it is just based on charisma. I guess it doesn't matter whether you choose Intimidate, Charmer, Reason. Maybe that just affects those sliders on your character page.
This place reeks of orc stench.
No, we'll do as I say.
Glad to hear I'm not the only one with common sense around here. I'll do the honors myself.
No! She's harmless! Please! You had no right!
No right to protect not only you from your own stupidity, but myself and the citizens of Sicil as well.
It's you we need protection from, murderer. Fortunately, the Wizards of Youthful Gore make a revenge elixir that will show you what's what.
Go ahead and throw your sugar water on me if you like. Your foolishness is no longer my problem. Thank you, stranger. If you ever need help, I'll do my best to repay you.
Yeah, I have no problem with Victoria, but either the potion's going to wear off her or she's just living under a spell, so might as well end it for that orc. I believe this was Jake's store. I don't know what I managed to click on with him. Or, maybe that anvil. Okay. Do I have any weapons? Worth crafting? Dagger, spear, and sword. Yeah, none of my guys will use that. Okay, so I'm out of lockpicks. I'll check out Esmeralda's shop over here.
So tell me, Sep.
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. Were that I had been there to partake in the battle. But my duties lie here, sworn as I am to protect Lady Esmeralda from the rabble that would enforce summary justice on her, even though she is, until proven guilty, wholly innocent. Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicil. The Council of Seven couldn't have wished for a better ambassador. That he of all people should have braved the undead siege for so long, only to be felled by foul sorcery, is heartrending. You claim to possess evidence that implicates Lady Esmeralda in the murder of her husband? Well, Let's have it then. Let me have a quick read. Wait, what? There's another... I mean, she had an admirer who wanted her to kill her husband, then elope with him? What madness is this? It cannot be true! So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of River, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. She stands accused of murder. But in my mind, a presumed guilt is a fallacy, and indeed a fabrication. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought before me. And I hold no such proof exists.
Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I need to state and restate my complete innocence in the matter?
This is a really nice ring, just because gives you the ability flare, which is just convenient for blowing up explosive barrels and such.
Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. I want his killer found and tried, but everyone suspects me of this evil deed. And you're no different, are you? So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations truly go beyond the pale. Oh, I think I'm getting one of my headaches. Oh, don't put stock in the hastily scribbled words of a lovelorn fool. This letter, it was a show of passion. A poorly worded passion I did not echo in the least. The Duke, he's like a spoiled child. He's not a man. He's not like Septimus. I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both so young when we married. He so rich and I so poor, but his one and only princess just the same.
Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his pastimes, nothing more. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. I feel like I'm drifting from nightmare into nightmare.
To be quite adamant about her innocence.
We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
Okay, I'll end this episode here, and I will see you guys next time.
Sweetheart be compensated by